Prime Minister Narendra Modi conveys chief ministers that the country will have to give importance to economy as well as a continued fight against coronavirus in a video conference today. Number of COVID-19 cases in the country climbs to 28,380 while the death toll mounts to 886. Union Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan states India faring better in recovery rate as compared to other countries. Recovery rate stands at 22.17%. 391 students studying in Kota arrived in Guwahati early this morning. The students are now put on mandatory quarantine. And Lifeline Udan Flights covers over 376,000 kilometers of aerial distance to transport essential medical cargo to remote parts of the country, including Northeast. Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Hansraj, and now the details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today conducted his fourth interactive session through video conferencing with the state CMs. Home Minister Amit Shah, Health Minister Harsh Vardhan, along with top officials from the PMO and the Union Health Ministry were present in the meeting. Chief Ministers of other states like Delhi, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Meghalaya, Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh were also a part of the meeting. During the meeting, the Prime Minister urges the other ministers to give importance to the economy during the fight against the corona. In his last video conferencing, Prime Minister Modi announced extension of lockdown till 3rd of May. In today's meeting, Modi highlighted the importance to enforce prescribed guidelines strictly in the corona hotspot zones. The Prime Minister underlined that the lockdown has yielded positive results as the country has managed to save thousands of lives in the past 1.5 months. Modi also mentioned about the mask, our use mask and face covers that will become part of lives of the people in the days ahead to ensure rapid response under the current circumstances. The number of COVID-19 cases in the country has climbed to 28,380 while the death toll rose to 886. Health Ministry data said as many as 6,361 people have been cured or discharged and one had migrated. Health Ministry said Maharashtra has the highest number of 8,068 cases, followed by Gujarat with 3,301 and Delhi with 2,918 cases. Highest number of 342 people have lost lives in Maharashtra. Gujarat has reported 151 deaths, Madhya Pradesh 103 and Delhi 54 deaths. Till that, coronavirus has claimed more than 2 lakhs deaths around the globe. According to facts produced by Johns Hopkins University, 28 lakhs people have fallen prey to COVID-19. 5 countries have now reported death tolls above 20,000. The United States, Italy and Spain have seen the highest number of reported fatalities. A total of 22,614 deaths have been reported in France till date since March, whereas in Iran approximately 5,710 people are tested positive of COVID-19. Russia now counts a total of 80,949 corona cases. Health Minister Dr. Harsh Vardhan has said that the mortality rate of COVID-19 patients in India is 3.1% compared to 7% at global level. He said 5,913 people have been cured till date, resulting in a recovery rate of around 22%, which is also better than most of the countries. The minister yesterday visited AIIMS Trauma Center and took stock of their preparedness to overcome COVID-19. Jai Prakash Narayan Apex Trauma Center of AIIMS is functioning as a dedicated COVID-19 hospital consisting of 250-bed isolation wards. He interacted with few COVID-19 affected patients and inquired about their well-being. He also sought their feedback about the facilities available in AIIMS so that necessary improvements can be made.
Global average जो है वो 7% है, तो हमारा आज भी 3.1% बना हुआ है. पिछले 3 दिन का अगर मैं डाटा की बात करूं तो अगर 14 दिन के अंदर हमारा डबलिंग रेट 8.1 था, तो पिछले 7 दिन के अंदर वो डबलिंग रेट हमारा 9.3 हो गया. और अगर पिछले 3 दिन के डबलिंग रेट की मैं बात करूं तो ये 10.5 है. यानी लगातार हमारी जो देश में स्थिति है वो इम्प्रूव होती जा रही है.
A total of 1,396 confirmed cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country in the last 24 hours, taking the total number to 27,892. Out of the total cases, 6,184 patients have recovered and discharged from the hospitals, including 381 patients recovered in the last 24 hours. Briefing media in New Delhi, Health Ministry officials said that the recovery rate of patients is now improving and now it stood at 22.17%. Gondia in Maharashtra, Devangiri in Karnataka and Lakhisarai in Bihar and other 13 districts in the country have not reported any fresh cases in the last 28 days. A total of 85 districts from 25 states and union territories have not reported any new case since the last 14 days.
अन्य आरोग्य सुविधाएं जैसे कि डायलिसिस, अन्य बीमारियां, उनके ट्रीटमेंट आदि में भी कोई ढिलाई ना होने दें। परंपरागत मेडिकल व्यवस्था सुचारू रूप से चलती रहे। रेड जोन से ऑरेंज जोन से ग्रीन जोन में जिले को ट्रांसफॉर्म करना ही हमारा मंत्र होना चाहिए। आज इसी संदर्भ में आप लोगों को मैं एक और मुख्य विषय के बारे में बताना चाहूंगा। आप सभी को पता है कि हम एक इन्फेक्शियस डिजीज से लड़ रहे हैं और इस लड़ाई में हमें सबका साथ चाहिए, लेकिन कभी कभी लैक ऑफ अवेयरनेस या लैक ऑफ प्रॉपर अंडरस्टैंडिंग के कारण हमारे मन में फियर या पैनिक घर कर लेता है और जो पॉजिटिव पेशेंट्स होते हैं या जो हमारे फ्रंटलाइन वर्कर्स काम कर रहे हैं, हम उनके साथ स्टिग्मा एसोसिएट करने लगते हैं। हम उन्हें स्टिग्मेटाइज करते हैं, हम उनके साथ भेदभाव करते हैं, लेकिन हमें समझना होगा कि हमारी लड़ाई बीमारी के साथ है, ना कि बीमार व्यक्ति के साथ।
Assam Cabinet, chaired by Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, met in Dispur today to discuss regarding relaxation of lockdown in the state as per the new direction of Home Ministry. Later, briefing media industry Minister Chandra Mohan Patwari said the Cabinet reviewed the entire health scenario in the light of COVID-19. He said shops are to be opened in village areas under green zones. However, weekly markets will remain closed during the lockdown period up to 3rd May. The inter-district movement of passengers have also been extended up to 2nd May.
Green zone. Shops, all shops will be open except the bazaar and hat. And in the red zone, within the red zone area, so same policy and same strict rules will be applicable. So this is the decision of today's cabinet. Another decisions that some people are stuck off in different districts. Before lockdown, they went to different districts, and after declaring this lockdown, so they were stuck off. So from 25th, actually,
a group of 391 students who were studying in Kota have arrived in Guwahati early this morning. Health Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma and Minister of State for Health Piyush Hazarika welcomed them at Horukhozai Stadium. Assam government has made arrangements to bring them back. The students are now put on mandatory quarantine. AIR Guwahati correspondent reports that out of 35 positive cases, 27 patients have been cured and discharged from the hospitals so far in the state.
So, obviously, I hope that all swab will come immediately. But at the same time, Kota District Administration has alerted today that they identified today itself 11 positive cases. 11 positive cases.
Lifeline Udan flights have covered over 376,000 kilometers of aerial distance to transport essential medical cargo to remote parts of the country. 383 flights have been operated under Lifeline Udan by Air India, Alliance Air, Indian Air Force and private carriers. Helicopter services including Pawan Hans Limited have been operating in Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh Islands and Northeast region, transporting critical medical cargo and patients. Pawan Hans have carried around 2 tons of cargo covering a distance of over 6,000 kilometers. Domestic cargo operators SpiceJet, Blue Dart and Indigo are operating cargo flights on a commercial basis. Bulk of the cargo comprises products like medical equipment, testing kits, personal protective equipment, masks and gloves. Meghalaya wants the lockdown in the state to continue beyond May 3rd to stem the spread of COVID-19. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma said on Monday after a teleconference with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Chief Minister, however, said some relaxations will be introduced in green zones and non-COVID-19 affected districts after the nationwide shutdown has been lifted at the video conference called by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah. We have mooted to continue with the lockdown in Meghalaya. COVID updates, Sangma tweeted after the video conference. Meghalaya has so far reported 12 COVID-19 positive cases, of which 11 are active and 1 person has died. 2 districts have been classified as red zones. Meanwhile, the state government on Monday relaxed a number of activities, including the sale of essential goods and their movement through courier services and online sale of essential commodities, except for the state capital, Shillong, and in Milliam block of East Khasi Hills district, as Chief Secretary M.S. Rao said. The Reserve Bank of India today announced a special liquidity facility for mutual funds, SLF-MF, of 50,000 crore rupees with a view to easing liquidity pressures on MFs. The RBI has stated that it will remain vigilant and will take whatever steps are necessary to mitigate the economic impact of COVID-19 and preserve financial stability. The RBI stated that the heightened volatility in capital markets in reaction to COVID-19 has imposed liquidity strains on mutual funds, intensifying the wake of redemption pressure related to closure of some debt MFs and potential contagious effects therefrom. The stress is confined to the high-risk debt MF segment as this stage and the larger industry remains liquid. The Apex Bank stated that under the special liquidity facility for mutual funds, SLF-MF, the RBI shall conduct repo operations of 90 days, tenor at the fixed repo rate. The scheme is available from today till 11th of May or up to utilization of the allocated amount, whichever is earlier. In Manipur, under the guidelines of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, the state government is putting all efforts to prevent the outbreak of COVID-19 even after Manipur has become COVID-19 free state. All the security agencies in the state are taking significant role in tackling the spread of coronavirus in the state. National Disaster Response Force Company of 12th Battalion based in Arunachal Pradesh, presently attached to 2nd Manipur Rifles, is also doing commendable work in sanitizing important places of Manipur.
And National Disaster Response Force NDRF is also taking an important role sanitizing the important areas including government offices in the state. With cameraman Kelemba and Biswajit Singh, DD News, Impal.
Neighboring country Bhutan has taken initiative to offer help to poor families in India. On behalf of the Bhutan government, the district commissioner of the state, Dasodongai, handed over food items for 342 poor Indian families. Each food bag includes a 10 kg rice, 1 kg dal, 1 liter refined oil and 1 kg sugar. During this period, the chairman of MES Kalicharan Basumatari, police officials and a few members of Shashastra Sima Bal were present. Before we wind up the bulletin, a recap of the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi conveys chief ministers that the country will have to give importance to economy as well as continue fight against coronavirus in a video conference today. Number of COVID-19 cases in the country climbs to 28,380 while the death toll mounts to 886. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan states India faring better in recovery rate as compared to other countries. Recovery rate stands at 22.17%. 391 students studying in Kota arrives in Guwahati early this morning. Students are now put on mandatory quarantine. And Lifeline Udan flights cover over 376,000 kilometers of aerial distance to transport essential medical cargo to remote parts of the country, including Northeast. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.